But everybody, tell me in the comments down below. Should we get a $2,000 stimulus check like we were promised? Let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and smash the like button, everybody.
Who are affected by the coronavirus. But we also today are celebrating legislation that will make a tremendous difference. President Biden's American Rescue Plan is a plan to crush the virus and to save lives and livelihood of the American people. It is historic, it is monumental, it is consequential, and I said it's probably the most consequential legislation many of us will ever vote for in the Congress. I put it on the par with the Affordable Care Act as having serious consequences for the well-being of the American people. The Biden plan will make an immediate difference in people's lives, injecting vaccine into their arms, money into their pockets, children going back into school safely, and people going to work safely. So it's just remarkable. It's remarkable legislation. Unfortunately, Republicans, as I say, vote no and take the dough. You see already some of them claiming, oh, this is a good thing or that's a good thing, but they couldn't give it a vote. But anyway, enough of them. I talked about children in school. When I talked about this legislation yesterday, I talked about it in terms of America's children. Children are my why I went from housewife to House Speaker, because of the children, that 1 in 5 children in America lives in poverty. As a mother of 5, I couldn't abide that and wanted to make a difference in public policy. 1 in 5 goes to sleep hungry at night. That was even before the coronavirus. And I've always said that the 3 most important issues facing the Congress are our children, our children, our children. Their health, their education, the economic security of their families, including the pension security for their grandparents, and an environment in which they can thrive safely, a world at peace in which they can reach their fulfillment. Well, the first 3 of those, their health, their education, and the economic security of their families, was very much affected by the Biden American Rescue Plan. We're very proud of what it does for children, their health, their education, and the economic security of their families. Today on the floor, we go to that 4th place, a safe environment in which our children can thrive by passing the background check legislation. It's hard to imagine legislation being more popular than the rescue plan, 75%, whatever. This legislation, background checks, closer to 90%. Bipartisan support across the country, receiving the support of gun owners, hunters, and the rest. They've all had to do a background check. Why shouldn't others? Our chairman of the task force, Mike Thompson, is a hunter, is a veteran, and is a gun owner. And he has had, again, protective of the First Amendment rights of gun owners, but also protective of the survival of our children. So I see this issue through the eyes of our children. I tell my colleagues the stories when I go to like a child care center in my district several years ago. We're playing on the floor with stuff, and all of a sudden a balloon burst and the kids yell, "Drop." 4-year-old children yelling, "Drop." And that is not unusual in certain communities. What are we doing to them?
What's going on, everybody? Hope all of you are having a great day so far. Happy Thursday. Now this is your 3rd stimulus check update, and that means you can expect to receive a stimulus check before the end of March. Over the past couple of months, and over the course of the pandemic, we were promised a $2,000 stimulus check, and even progressives like AOC and Bernie Sanders are still pushing for a $2,000 stimulus payment. So folks, tell me what you think down in the comments. Should we get a $2,000 stimulus check, or are you happy with a $1,400 payment? And to enter my $100 Amazon gift card giveaway, be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications, and share my videos with your friends and family. I'll announce several winners this weekend, and I'll be doing many more giveaways in the future. So folks, be sure to stay tuned for more updates. The House gave final congressional approval to the sweeping package Pioneer Party Line vote of 220 to 211. Precisely 7 weeks after Biden entered the White House and 4 days after the Senate passed the bill. Also guys, the Republicans in both chambers opposed the bill unanimously. The Republicans claim that this bill is unnecessary and that it's just a big waste of money. Do you agree with the Republicans, everybody? Tell me down in the comments. Well, Joe Biden has already tweeted out, "Help us here," moments after the bill was passed by the House. Most notable to Americans are provisions providing up to $1,400 this year to most adults and extending $300 weekly federal and extending the $300 weekly emergency unemployment benefits into early September. But the legislation also goes far beyond that. The measure addresses Democrats' campaign promises and Biden's top initial priority of helping the country out and helping those in need. Now, Representative Jared Golden of Maine was the only Democrat to oppose the measure. He said in a recent statement that the bill's spending was not urgent. Republicans also noted that they've overwhelmingly supported 5 previous bills that Congress has approved since the pandemic struck a year ago. They said this one solely reflected They said that this bill reflects only Democratic goals by setting aside money for family planning programs and federal workers. A dominant feature of the 628-page bill is initiatives making it one of the biggest federal efforts in years to assist lower and middle income families. Included are expanded tax credits over next year for children, childcare, and family leave. Some of these credits the Democrats have signaled they like to make permanent, plus spending for renters, feeding programs, and people's utility bills. Besides the direct payments and jobless benefit extension, the measure also has hundreds of billions of dollars for vaccines and treatments for schools and state and local governments. Now, SSI also stands for Supplemental Security Income. Social Security administers this program, and the Social Security Administration pays monthly benefits to people with limited income and resources. Depending on which state you may live in, you may receive a supplemental payment. Some states contribute to the total amount payable to SSI recipients. The amount varies from state to state, however, and you are eligible for SSI if you are age 65 or older, blind or disabled, and if you have limited income and limited resources. Now, the SSI limits for resources that the Social Security Administration counts are $2,000 for individuals and children and $3,000 for couples. To get SSI, you must also be a citizen or national of the United States. With the first 2 rounds of payments, the earliest recipients will be taxpayers who opted for direct deposit when they filed their 2019 tax return. And that is because the IRS could easily move funds into those accounts using information that's already available to them. Second in line will be paper check recipients. And third in line will be EIP card recipients. And the fourth wave of stimulus payments will be for those who are recovery rebate recipients. And that means you were eligible for a stimulus payment but failed to receive a check. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I truly appreciate everyone's amazing support. You guys are awesome, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell.